So my name's Alex. I'm in the Software Systems program at SFU. We're at SFU Surrey right now for the open house. And this is the Embedded Cosplay Club. So the setup here shows some of the internal systems as well as Pepakura for the suit that we're going to make. So the idea behind the Cosplay Club is to create a Halo Spartan suit out of fiberglass with some internal extras that'll do body temperature sensing as well as cooling. We'll have some fancy light systems that go on in front. This is not fancy, unfortunately. As well as the gun here, which will show the ammo as you shoot it.
So are you sort of replicating what the suit does in the game?
Yeah. So part of the rationale behind it was just to make the cosplay suit, the Halo cosplay suit has been done before, and so it'd be really cool if you can add some more of the functionality of the suit, including stuff like the gun, as well as in the future some more intense stuff. So we have Google Glass, and it would be really cool to have some of the heads-up display replicated on the Google Glass and that kind of thing.
Have you guys had access to a Google Glass?
Yeah, actually, the SFU Faculty of Applied Sciences sponsors us, so we got the ability to purchase Google Glass.
So I'm Dr. Brian Fraser. I'm an instructor here at SFU. We're at SFU Surrey in the open house, and I'm demoing today a couple student projects, actually, student work that had been in my classes. So it's from a course on embedded systems. There's two separate demos here going on. The first is using the Guitar Hero controller, which is then plugged into a single board computer, which is an embedded system called the BeagleBone Black, with some extra custom hardware on top. And so the basic thing of this is we can play guitar. So I can strum the guitar and it'll play the sounds for us. I can play chords, and I can also play some guitar drum beats for it in the background. So the idea of this is to kind of demonstrate what we can do with an embedded system, as well as some sort of ingenuity and off-the-shelf hardware. Now we've then plugged it into a second demo, which you're seeing behind me here, and as I play the guitar, you can see that the light display actually responds in real time. The idea behind this one is that you'd have maybe a band, and you'd put it up behind you at a coffee shop, and in real time, you just get a light show for free. It's just running there. So we can do some different things. We can show off the SFU logo. We can generate some fireworks. And so somebody who's controlling the display can kind of go, okay, I can make this a little bit more interesting for the viewer. It's not just a rock concert. It's a rock concert with a nice light show that comes in automatically.
Hi, I'm Dylan from MakerCube in Surrey. We're here at the SFU Surrey open house.
What we do is we're a science and technology education location, as well as we have a community workshop, and we teach and build things, everything from 3D printing, we have robotics workshops for kids, and we have even startup companies that are working out of our space, like this one right here, which is automatic plant watering machine. So what this machine does is it detects the humidity in the water or in the soil, and then it will add water when there's a low amount of humidity in there, and then it's also internet connected. So our locations are just on King George Highway, Unit 202, 10663 King George Highway. And we run workshops there every week, Tuesdays at 6 p.m. and on Fridays at the Surrey City Centre Library we run workshops at 6:30 every Friday.
What is this contraption down here? A skateboard, bicycle?
That contraption would be a motorized skateboard.
Motorized skateboard.
So it has a large motor attached to it as well as a throttle, and it goes around, I believe, 30 kilometers an hour.
Wow,
at its
30
top
kilometers
speed.
an hour. Have you tried it out?
I have.
Alright, so my name is Karan Thakur, and this is my co-founder and colleague Derek. And we're actually part of the Technology Entrepreneurship program here at SFU. And what we have for you today is an automated home beer machine. So we're part of Team Brewster. Now, Brewster lets you brew craft beer at home. It's a much more convenient solution for people who like to go out and drink craft beer, who also like to go and actually brew beer at home. It's a matter of going and testing on different taste profiles all at home without having to inconveniently build up a kit. We're supported by the SFU program. We're supported both in terms of funding as well as in terms of advice as well. We have access to over $35,000 of funding that'll actually take us into a prototype that we hope to build by the end of this month. And then and then our MVP by the end of the summer.
Okay, so I have done some home brewing myself.
Oh, you have? Okay,
Yeah.
awesome.
And you know, some of it was really good, and some of it was not that good.
Okay.
But one of the things that happened was my carboy blew up in my bathroom and splattered all over the place.
Okay.
So, what is different about your product here, and how is it automated? Can you explain that a little bit to me?
Yeah, I can answer the first part of that question. Well, it's great that you brewed beer at home before, because really our value proposition here is to create a device that allows people to brew beer at home and actually get better over time. So it's not just a matter of brewing beer, because we're actually going to have a learning platform that goes along with the device that monitors all the temperatures and everything you've done correctly in the first time, so that the subsequent time when you go back and brew a new batch, it's now significantly better because the machine's actually learning your taste profiles. So you're not going to have that problem. And that's much better than what's available in the market right now, because in the market, yes, you can brew beers, you can test out different recipes, you can share those recipes, but there isn't really a learning platform that's associated with the device itself.
So what exactly is it learning? What is it picking up? It must have sensors or something going on in there, right?
Right.
Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah. So brewing is such a multivariable process that when you're going, I'm sure you experienced it. There's so many things that can go wrong: sanitation, dispersion, there's efficiency. So once we get our product out, we'll have a large community that's making many batches, and we'll be able to pull. And so if they rank their beers, we'll be able to say, okay, this variable results in this type of beer, and we'll be able to see which things work, which things don't.
So they're entering data about their brew
Yes.
into the system.
But it'll be user friendly. We won't be asking them a survey every time.
Right.
It'll just be rank it. How did it work? Clarity.
All right.
That's it. Yeah.
Cool. All right. I like your suit, by the way.
Perfect, thank you. It's made to balance itself.
Now, where's the sensor?
So it's at the back there.
Okay.
So it's kind of, it knows when it's at the horizontal surface.
Wow.
And then we stand it up to know when it's at the vertical.
It's like a gyroscope in there? Or? Oh, okay, cool.
And it keeps on balancing itself.
So it's like the same thing that's in your iPhone when you flip it upside down and knows, right? That's really cool. What's his name? He's got to have a name, right?
NXT Monster.
What was that?
NXT.
NXT. Okay, Abdul. It's nice to meet you.
My name is Hassan Murad, and I'm from the Mechatronics Systems Engineering program at Simon Fraser University.
Cool. Now, Hassan, you're surrounded here. That's okay. It's still going. Yeah. Hassan, you're surrounded here by, it looks like drone, mini airplanes, or unmanned
systems.
Unmanned systems. So what do these unmanned systems do?
All right, so well, they can do a lot of things. They can be used for good, they can be used for bad. But mainly the thing that we do is that we go to competitions, two competitions. One is down in the States, which is more of an international competition. The second one that we go to is the Canadian competition. Okay. All of the universities in Canada come out and compete. And the challenge is changing year to year. It could be search and rescue mission. It could be forest fire mission. It could be like this year. The competition that we have is agriculture based. So we've got a farmer that has contacted us and told us that we need to survey his farm around. We need to tell him how the crop health is, identify crops, and basically give him a live update by dropping a probe directly in one of his crop fields. So a lot of this seems very simple, but there are a lot of things that go into designing a system that could do all of these different things. So let's say, for example, if you have to identify a crop field, so we've got to have a vision systems that is able to identify the borders of that crop field, identify the crop health using infrared cameras, and understand how we could relate that to the crop health and the agriculture competition.
That's fantastic.
Yep.
Well, listen, thank you so much for your time, and this is a really incredible technology that you guys are doing. I can't even imagine what sort of incredible career you're going to have after this. So, good job, Hassan and team.
Team Guardian.
Don't you worry, man. You look like a star when I edit that.